Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about the book that I finished today, and it's in Croatian, but it's How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. It's another 5 out of 5 book for me, honestly. And I just want to read you a quote from the beginning of the book. So it's basically on page So it's on page 12. Since it's in Croatian, I will read it here in English. And it says, learning is an active process. We learn by doing. So if you want to master the principles presented in the book, you have to take action. You have to apply them whenever you can. And it just got me to think about how I read a lot of books, and I have in the past, and basically never kind of documented what my key takeaways are from that books, from really good books. I did in my last year books video, but I'll basically do it like as I read them if they are really good books. And just because I want to revisit some of the takeaways from really good books, I'll start reading his How to Win Friends and Influence People again. I already started, but the book is like based in parts. And so, for example, part one is the basics you need to know about worries. Part two is basic techniques for analyzing concerns, yada yada. Now, this is in order from the book, but they are in no particular order. And basically, these are my key takeaways from the book. And so, first one is be active. A man burdened with worries must drown himself in work so as not to drown in despair. And this is the perfect point for my last video where I spoke about hard work versus smart work. And it's again such a great takeaway for me, honestly. And when I was reading the book, it basically I kind of like got to like epiphany, let's call it like that. And it's like if you work more, you don't have time to worry because you will work more, and therefore you won't have time to worry. So basically you will worry less about things that are not important anyways. So yeah, that's like a perfect point just for my last video. uh, Next point is the cooperate with the inevitable. And this is basically talking about the emotional stability. And it's not, my takeaway is not that you can't get upset. You can for sure, but if something is the way it is, so if you look at the situation objectively and there is nothing you can change, just accept it and move on. Like that's the only thing you can do, because only thing other than that is that you can worry and then you will die young. Another point from the book. Then the next point is think and act cheerfully and you will be cheerful. And it basically is saying that our thoughts shape our reality. And basically it's from Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within. Like the language that you use will determine your mood, and how you look at things will determine how you act. And it really is true. And then in the book that I just read, you have a quote from Marcus Aurelius, and it's our life is what our thoughts shape it to be. And it's from this book, Meditations, that I actually got. It's really slim book, but this is like a book that's been on my TBR for a long time, and hopefully I will love it. So this is something that I will read soon as well. Next up, next takeaway is count the gifts of life, not the worries. And I believe that we as humans are really negative in nature, and maybe it's in part to our evolution because basically like bad things happen to us all the time and you kind of have to be alert all the time. But now in today's world, modern world, you have luxuries like phone, like I have in front of me like laptop, like shelter, like food in the store, so I don't have to go out and hunt. uh, but I believe because of the evolution, basically we are wired to think negatively, and we should flip the script and think about positive things in our lives, because I believe there are more positive than positives than negatives, but we take positives for granted and therefore negatives feel really heavy. So just flip the script. Uh, Next up is don't imitate other people, know yourself, and be who you are. And I really love this one because this channel is all about me being the best version that I can be. So, like, it's not uh, me trying to be like second best Dale Carnegie or second best Marcus Aurelius or whoever. Like, it's me trying to be best Martin I can be. And it really, really was a home run for me, like the takeaway. And this one, I'll just read a quote, uh, and it's with regards to taking a break while working. And it says, do what the US military does, rest often. Do what your heart does, rest before you get too worked up. That way, you'll add an hour to your day. And it's the whole chapter where, like, how to add an hour to your day. And it's talking about worrying less and basically resting more. And when I read that on the cover or on the page of the book, I basically kind of linked it to Naval's thinking of work, and he's saying that we should work in sprints. So like work like a lion, where a lion is not hunting all day. He's basically resting for like most part of the day, and then he goes out, gives his all, gets a kill, gets like what he was trying to do, and then he rests. And Naval is talking about working in that capacity, and Dale Carnegie is talking about resting more so that we can add hour to our day and longevity to our life. So just drawing parallels and everything, it's something to look up for. And then I will basically finish my takeaways with four useful habits, four useful work habits that will prevent fatigue and worry. And I'll just read them like they are in the book. And first one is remove from desk everything that is not related to immediate work. Second one is perform tasks in order of importance. Third one is when faced with a problem, you try to solve it immediately. If you have all the elements necessary for a decision, make it quickly without delay. And fourth one is learn to organize work, share responsibility, and monitor results. And yeah, these were like really, really good habits. Since I'm diving more into like working, trying to work to my capacity, do whatever I can each day. So these are really good things to keep my mind on. And this was really, really good book. 5 out of 5 for me. It got me to go back to one of the best books of all time, in my opinion, and to reread it just to kind of refresh my memory on lessons. But yeah, these were lessons from How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. And this is all for today's video. See you in the next one. Peace.